Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer and welcome to your daily silver stacking video. Thank you for tuning in. Ladies and gentlemen, imagine how incredible it would be if you got silver shipped straight to your front doorstep for free. Well, one of you is going to get that opportunity because in 3 days, December 1st, I'm announcing the winner of my 50,000 subscriber silver giveaway. If you haven't entered yet, this is probably your last chance. So go in the description, that's the entry video, go enter. Because I hate when we do the premiered video in the live feed, I see someone say that they missed the giveaway. I hate that. I want every single person to get a chance to win some free silver. You do not want to miss it. I'm also giving some silver away to people who are buying GSX, gold secured currency. It's a crypto backed by physical gold. The coins are 4 cents right now. It's only been out for 4 months. It's a huge project though. So if you do, the link's in the description. Take a screenshot of your purchase, send it to silverslayermedia@gmail.com. I'll be throwing some silver out to people who diversify and expand their portfolio in that way as well. So yes, a lot of silver being thrown out to a lot of different people. You do not want to miss this stuff. Now, I have put together a very, very good video for you guys and gals today. Make sure you like this video as well. This is going to explain a lot. First, and you'll see why in a second, how I put together this video, I think is just, it's the best way possible. So first we have a price forecast talking about how the silver markets collapse, going over some of the support levels, just going over the technicals. Then I have another article talking about key commodity prices to slip in 2022, which is the CBA report. And I want to see the perspective they're coming from. And it looks like they're going over a lot of it. It's not just silver. They're talking about all commodities. So that's going to be very insightful. And then we have another article from PV Magazine, which is, this is solar stuff. PV stands for photovoltaic, talking about solar panels and how they're trying to reduce the amount of silver in these solar panels, which could be affecting the price of silver. So this is going to be a very interesting video. It's not all looking great for silver, but like I always say, if the silver markets aren't always rainbows and unicorns, I'm not going to portray it that way. I'm going to be transparent. I'm going to show you the highs, the lows, the bads, the goods, the ups, the downs, the sideways, and most importantly, I'm just going to tell you what it is, in my opinion, and I would love for you to do that as well, so make sure you like the video. Please leave a comment as well. Liking, sharing, commenting on these videos helps promote it in the YouTube algorithm. It helps the video get promoted more, get recommended to other stackers, and hopefully to people who have never even heard of silver. I'm trying to branch out and bring in new silver stackers. There's a lot of potential people on YouTube that could find this video and start stacking. I'm sure a lot of you have, found silver the same way. Just browsing through YouTube videos, you're like, what is this? Silver. And then, you turn into a silver stacker that could change your life. And I'm sure it's changed all of our lives. It definitely has with me. So yeah, make sure you leave a comment, share it on Wall Street Silver, share it on the Silver Forum, wherever, Facebook, to your friends and family. So let's jump over this first article. So, silver markets have collapsed during the trading session on Friday, but the question now is whether or not this has to do with liquidity. Liquidity is an important thing. Now, we know a lot about where silver is headed. We know a lot about the supply and demand factor, right? We know a lot about that. But when we're looking at the technicals, if we can apply what's happening with the technical side, right? The numbers don't lie, but also incorporate what's happening in the economy, we can get a very, very good look or an educated guess on where the prices are headed, especially when we put these other articles into play as well. So, silver markets have fallen rather hard during the trading session on Friday, slicing through a major trend line. And that being said, the market is likely to continue to see a lot of negative pressure as we are suddenly worried about the lockdown trade again. And if that is going to be the case, then one would have to assume that the demand for silver will fall apart. And we know there is a direct correlation to silver demand versus the price. And if you've ever seen a chart comparison, it's almost exact. When silver demand is higher, the prices go higher. When silver demand's lower, the prices go lower. So after all, silver, and they're talking about the demand being lower because of the lockdown trade. But we know that that's not going to last forever, right? We're talking about selling in 5, 10, 15 years. This lockdown stuff will be well blown over. And the real reason that silver has so much potential is because of things that haven't even happened yet. We're talking about 3, 4 years when silver demand is at its peak, and that's when the prices will really start to rise. So hopefully none of you are trying to sell in the next year or two, because you will, pun intended, be selling yourself short. So after all, silver is an industrial metal, and now that we are threatening the $23 level, it's going to get rather serious. But for me, that just means that I get a discount, right? It's on sale. Silver is going to be on sale, especially through the holidays when silver is usually bearish anyways. The Black Friday, Cyber Monday deals are out. I'm going to be buying a lot of silver at a really good price, and that's a beautiful thing to me. And if it's not to you, that means you need validation. That means you need confirmation that silver can. But we all know that silver's worth way more than $23, $24. And if you don't believe that, if you think that $24 silver is too steep, then you shouldn't be investing into it. And you probably shouldn't be investing at all into anything, because that means you don't understand how the economy works or how any type of market works. So if we break down below the 23 rather handily, then it is possible that we'll go looking towards the $22 level. And that $22 level, of course, is an area I think continues to show itself as being important, right? That's a psychological level. If it breaks below 22, there's a good chance it'll probably go to $20, maybe even $19. And it has massive support multiple times going back several months, right? It's an important level because there's a lot of support there. That means that every time it goes around $22, it never breaks through. It never goes below that. People understand, and they're going to be buying a lot of it. And because of this, the market should continue to see a lot of trouble going ahead, considering that we are closing at a range for the week. Now, time and time again, we've talked about how there is a silver shortage and how they're going to have to get this silver from somewhere, whether it's out of the ground, whether it's space mining, whether it's kicking in our front door, stealing our safe, whether it's digging up that hole 2 feet in your backyard that you dug where you buried some silver treasure, whether it's cracking open your safety deposit box, whatever the case is, they're going to get it. Now, very unlikely that any of those scenarios would happen. What most likely would happen is they would put out some type of law that says you have to turn in all your silver at spot price or whatever, and if you don't, then you'll get sent to prison or have a huge fine, right? Just like FDR did the Executive Order 6102, putting out that you have to turn in all your gold. I made an entire video about this last week where about 10, 15 different times all over the world, presidents and governments have put out orders saying you have to turn in all of your gold. Now, it could happen with silver nowadays, since silver is a lot more essential than gold, but regardless, they're going to need silver. Now, this article is talking about how, and this is from PV Magazine, stands for photovoltaic, which is solar panels, and most of silver's needs are going to be from solar panels and electric vehicles. So if they can learn how to cut down the amount of silver used in these electric vehicles and solar panels, that could definitely save their butt. And you even see in this article, they're talking about learning how to I guess, scrape it out, how to learn at least how to scrap the silver out of some of these cells, just like out of these electric vehicles. I think they use 52 grams and they're trying to cut it down to 28 grams, something along those lines, which could be huge huge for the future of silver, because think about it. Do you really think the Green New Deal is possible when there's already a silver shortage? Do you think that in 10 years, Tesla is still going to be producing electric vehicles when we're already, this year alone, we reached a demand over 1 billion ounces? The demand was over 1 billion ounces this year. And we're not even, the silver shortage reality hasn't even started yet. That's 3-4 years away when everything's going to be in full effect. So we really need to find a way to either learn how to mine it better out of the ground, innovation, space mining, or they're going to get it from us. Or, I guess, scrapping it, right? So, novel solar cell architecture to reduce silver costs and improve voltage. Developed by a US-based startup, the new manufacturing process is claimed to reduce silver consumption and improve solar module performance by up to 3 watts. And this consists of connecting subcells in series within a single cell in order to increase the device voltage and without requiring cells to be physically broken and rewired. So this could be huge, right? This could really be huge. And honestly, I don't think this would affect the price too much, just because of 5G towers, electric vehicles, silver lithium ion batteries, so on and so forth. There's going to be so many other reasons why we need silver that just learning how to cut back a couple of grams isn't going to do much to the price, honestly. Georgia-based startup Solar Inventions has announced it has been awarded a patent by the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office for its configurable current cells, or C3 technology, for solar cell manufacturing. So I'm not gonna go into blah blah blah, like all this stuff. I just want to cover the important. So the manufacturing process is claimed to reduce silver costs by 3% on the front side of the cell and by 5% on the rear side, while also increasing the overall solar module output between 2 and 3 watts. And actually, now thinking about it, I'm sure we're going to learn how to reduce the amount of silver in all of these things, from 5G towers and electric vehicles as well. As we innovate, as we grow into this new industrial technological world, this era, we are going to figure out ways to use less and less silver. That doesn't mean that the silver shortage isn't going to be detrimental to society, because it still will, but I'm sure that they're going to learn how to, or scrap out of the ground, or even scrap laptops, because most silver is thrown away. Yes, the gold to silver ratio is around 8-1. But 8 ounces of silver coming out of the ground compared to 1 ounce of gold. That 1 ounce of gold is going to stay in circulation, stay in the world, running around the world for centuries. Well, not centuries. I would say probably 50 years. And that's because gold is used for coins, jewelry, bars, necklaces. So when people are selling that gold coin or those earrings they pawned or whatever, that gets melted into a new coin, earring, watch, or whatever. But silver, when it goes into that laptop is thrown away and the silver is lost. So most silver gets thrown away and gold stays in circulation. So anyways, the manufacturing process is claimed to reduce silver costs by 3% on the front side and 5% on the rear side. So these subcells are created on the wafer without physically cleaving the solar cell, which results in a smaller wafer perimeter compared to the wafer area of the individual solar cell. The subcells are electrically divided during the metallization process. And I'm not going to talk all about how PV cells work and all that, because we're not scientists here. There's no really point for us to know this stuff. But anyways, though, net silver savings are claimed to be proportional to the number of bus bars on the cell. The proposed cell architecture requires a smaller silver contact area, which reduces the combination of velocity for the metal on the silicon surface. And actually, I remember covering an article where scientists learned how to make silver 40% more, what was it? The electrical, it was like scientists learned how to make 40% or silver 40% stronger without losing any electrical conductivity. That's what it was. Yeah. They learned how to make silver 40% stronger without losing any electrical conductivity, which is huge. And that, I think that came out last year. I remember that article. But it just shows that we are going to be, we're going to learn how to innovate, and we are going to learn how to create better ways to use silver with less of it. So anyways, let's go down here. So they added the flexibility of the sub-cell architecture that allows for new ways to limit the negative impact of power loss due to higher electrical current, which is directly related to the size of the wafer. So in a recent interview with PV Magazine, U.S. analyst Matthew Watson said that the share of silver in PV module costs have risen by around 5%, and that's 10% of the total, with PV module costs in the neighborhood of, 1 penny. Silver is representing around 10% of the overall module cost structure, so that would be cutting down production costs. And over the past 20 years, silver has averaged 8% year-on-year growth in prices, which is greater than the current rate of the design thrifting. This means lowering that silver dollar to watt average component is going to be very difficult. So you can see it's not just Elon Musk with Tesla and SpaceX that is going to be heavily affected with higher silver prices, because cost of production with everything would be affected. Remember, we want the silver, they need the silver. For the new Green Deal to be put in place, they're going to need the silver, right? Tesla needs the silver. Me and you, we want the silver. We don't need it unless we're creating some type of silver, component in our backyard. No, we want the silver. They need the silver. That also means that producers turn into the consumers, and the consumers turn into producers. The people like you and I that want the silver will be selling it to the people that need the silver, and we have the power. Because if they need it, they're willing to pay any price. And you better hope they're paying any price, unless you don't want the newest, latest iPhone to come out, unless you want Tesla to go out of business, unless you don't want the laptop or cell phone that you're watching this video, we need silver. The world needs silver. It's the most essential item or asset in the world. Without silver, nothing, technology wouldn't exist. And since there's such a shortage, we're going to come into a major situation where either Joe Biden's going to come out and say the new Green Deal is no longer in effect because we don't have enough silver. Imagine that. Imagine how crazy that would be. But that's a reality. I remember covering an article where the guy said, if anyone thinks that the new Green Deal is possible, then you're silly, because we don't have anywhere near enough silver to make the entire globe go green. We just don't. So something's going to have to happen. So anyways, yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up here. If you thought this video was 1, educational, 2, informational, 3, at least entertaining, make sure to hit the like button. Remember, make sure to enter my 50,000 subscribers silver giveaway. If you want to invest in a GSX gold secured currency, it's a crypto backed by physical gold. They mine the gold out of the ground themselves. They've done so much. They have a mobile app called Gold Inc. where you can earn points on there, earn credit to actually redeem it for gold. They made a Stratus, which is like a Facebook / crypto exchange. They made Nox, which is a crypto exchange. The company's revolutionary. They've done a lot already, and they're going to be doing more. So if you want to invest into that, the coins are 4 cents. Links in the description. Take a picture of your purchase, send it to silverslayermedia@gmail.com. I'll be throwing some silver out to whoever invests in that as well. So yeah, lots of silver going to be thrown out to lots of different people. Hope you don't miss it. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.